Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market analysis. Today, August 7th, 2025, we're diving deep into QQQ, the Invesco QQQ Trust, which tracks the Nasdaq 100. We'll unravel the recent price movements, dissecting key trends, reversals, and crucial support and resistance levels. But first, let's connect the dots between current market news and how it's influencing QQQ's trajectory. Just in, breaking news confirms that stock futures, including those tied to the Nasdaq, are showing a significant jump this morning. This positive sentiment stems from President Donald Trump's announcement of new chip tariffs, which surprisingly include broad exemptions for key components. This development has immediately buoyed the tech sector, with companies like Apple rallying strongly on hopes of benefiting from these tariff carve-outs. On top of this, Nasdaq itself reported robust second quarter 2025 financial results, boasting net revenue of $1.3 billion, an impressive 12% organic increase. While not directly impacting QQQ's price, other news like Bitcoin-related mergers and Snap stock plummeting offer a broader picture of the tech landscape's varied performance. The key takeaway from the news is a cautious optimism, driven by the tariff exemptions mitigating potential trade war fears and strong underlying corporate performance from Nasdaq itself. Now, let's shift our focus to the daily chart for QQQ to see how these events are reflected in the price action. Looking at the broader trend since March 2024, QQQ has been in a clear, albeit volatile, uptrend, consistently making higher highs and higher lows. Notice the sharp pullback we experienced in early April 2025, when price plummeted from around $475 down to the low $400s. This significant dip was quickly followed by a strong recovery, demonstrating underlying demand at these lower levels. A critical support level emerged around the $420 to $425 mark, which held firm during this correction, indicating a strong buying zone. More recently, in late July and early August 2025, QQQ saw another notable drop, but again, buyers stepped in aggressively around the $550 to $555 region. The candle from August 1, 2025, with its long lower wick and strong close, perfectly illustrates this immediate rebound from support, recovering a significant portion of the preceding day's losses. This $550 to $555 zone has now solidified as a significant short-term support level on the daily time frame. On the resistance side, we've seen QQQ repeatedly test the $568 to $570 area, reaching a high of $572.11 in late July 2025, a level that has proven tough to break convincingly so far. The volumes during these significant moves, especially the large red candles followed by green recoveries, were exceptionally high, signaling strong institutional activity and rapid price discovery. Switching to the 1-hour chart, let's examine the more immediate price action leading up to today. Over the past few days, QQQ has been consolidating within a tighter range, roughly between $560 and $568. The hourly candles on August 6th show a notable rally, with price climbing steadily from around $560.31 in the early afternoon UTC to highs near $567.54 by evening. This upward push was accompanied by decent buying volume, suggesting conviction behind the move. Observe the sustained upward momentum during the latter half of August 6th, reflecting increasing bullish sentiment. The cluster of candles around $560.50 now acts as a very short-term support, having been tested and held multiple times. Conversely, the $567 to $568 area appears to be acting as immediate overhead resistance, indicating where sellers are currently active. Let's zoom in even further to the 15-minute chart to capture the granular details of recent trading. Here we see the price action for QQQ from August 6, 2025, 1946 Universal Time coordinated through to the end of the day. Immediately, we can identify a distinct upward channel forming during this period, despite minor pullbacks. The candles from 1946 Universal Time coordinated onwards show a strong push past $567, reaching up to $567.76 before a slight retracement. Volume on these smaller time frames remains relatively healthy, supporting the minor upward trend. This chart highlights the importance of intraday support and resistance, with $566.50 acting as a mini support, and $567.75 being the immediate ceiling during this short time frame. Traders looking for quick entries or exits would pay close attention to these 15-minute fluctuations for scalp opportunities or tighter stop-loss placements. So, what does this all mean for QQQ's future movements? Let's consider the arguments for a bullish outlook. The underlying Nasdaq Q2 earnings report provides a solid fundamental basis for growth, indicating healthy corporate performance. Furthermore, the nuanced approach to tariffs with broad exemptions has alleviated immediate trade war fears, providing a tailwind for tech stocks. Technically, QQQ has shown remarkable resilience, with strong bounces from key support levels, suggesting robust buying interest on dips. However, a bearish case can also be made. Despite recent pullbacks, the market is still near all-time highs, raising concerns about potential overvaluation. Any re-escalation of trade tensions or a shift in the perceived impact of tariffs could quickly reverse sentiment. Additionally, if upcoming economic data points to slowing growth or higher inflation, it could put downward pressure on high-growth tech stocks. When considering short-term trading, watch for a breakout above the $568 to $570 resistance, which could signal a move towards $575 and beyond. A clear break below the immediate $565 support on the hourly chart could open the door for a retest of the daily $550 to $555 support zone. For long-term investors, building positions on significant dips towards the $550 or even the $520 support levels on the daily chart could offer attractive entry points. Always remember to confirm moves with volume and consider setting appropriate stop-loss orders to manage risk. To recap, QQQ is currently trading around $567.32, having demonstrated strong resilience after recent pullbacks. Our key support levels to watch are $565 in the very short term, followed by the stronger daily support at $550 to $555. Below that, the $520 level offers a more substantial support, especially visible in the longer-term daily chart history. On the resistance side, the immediate hurdle is the $568 to $570 area, with new all-time highs potentially targeting $575 and above if broken convincingly. Now, for some unbiased predictions on what might happen next. A period of continued consolidation between $565 and $570 is highly likely, perhaps 70% probability, as the market digests the latest news and anticipates further developments. This scenario would be reinforced by stable economic data and a lack of new negative geopolitical headlines. There's a moderate likelihood, around 50%, that QQQ could push decisively above $570 and aim for new highs towards $575 or even $580. This upside would be reinforced by continued strong corporate earnings from major tech players and persistently favorable news regarding trade relations. Conversely, a retest of the $550 to $555 support zone has a moderate likelihood, perhaps 40%, especially if trade policy uncertainty resurfaces or if next week's inflation data comes in hotter than expected. A break below $550, while less probable in the immediate short term, 20%, could signal a deeper correction towards $520. Which would be reinforced by broad market weakness or a significant shift in monetary policy expectations. Looking ahead, pay close attention to upcoming central bank statements, inflation reports, and the ongoing corporate earnings season, particularly from other major tech giants, as these will heavily influence QQQ's direction. These fundamental drivers, combined with the technical levels we've discussed, will provide crucial signals for your trading and investment decisions. Thank you for joining Explain the Charts for this detailed analysis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the markets.